Ham Radio Prep is the fastest and most effective program to study for your ham radio license. Our complete multimedia course makes it easy to pass the ham radio license test, even if you're a beginner. Study at your own pace with 10 step-by-step lessons that are simple to understand and cover all of the official FCC questions. Take our course and you'll pass the exam on your first try or your money back, guaranteed. Begin your journey to becoming a licensed ham radio operator.
Unmute. I remembered how to unmute this time. Good afternoon, guys. It's 12:01 in Texas. So we are live on a Tuesday. And happy Amazon Prime Day. You guys ever heard of Amazon Prime doing a second Prime Day in a calendar year? I think that's the first time I've heard that. So Mark Sutcliffe, what time is he starting? We're here now. Special shout out to all the folks in the chat. Got a lot of you YouTubers in the chat. I want to say good afternoon to Ham Radio Dude. Saw you out there. I got Steve KO4AFL. He's in the background. Bring him on in a second. Shane's out there this side of the radio. What's up, man? I saw a good game in there. Appreciate you guys being here today. A special shout out to all the folks with the green text in the chat who are YouTube channel members. Don Locks, he said he was going QRT because it's nighttime. He's in Australia, so it's probably like, I don't know, 10, 11 p.m. there, something like that. I don't know. AC3IK's in the chat. I saw a couple others in there. Yeah, so appreciate you guys being here today. And let's bring Steve in here. Where are all my buttons? There it is, right there. There we go. Unmute you too. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Just thought I'd... this worked out because I learned about this Prime Day thing like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. And I thought, okay, because the original Prime Day they did this year was in July, and it happened to be on the day I was leaving for the Grand Canyon. And I picked, Mike came down to the house the night before, spent the night in my guest room. We got up early that morning, went and picked up Frank and hit the road. So I was like, well, I'm going to miss out this time. So when they did it again, I'm like, oh, but it's on Tuesday. I usually stream on Wednesday, but tomorrow I'm leaving for the Ozarks. So I'm like, oh, let's just do a Tuesday stream.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Worked out good, I think. So what's going on in your world over there?
Well, right now, things are still up in the air with the job, as we were talking beforehand.
Right.
But I think I've got something landed that'll work out really well for me.
Good.
And might actually allow me to activate all 50 states before you. So a lot of travel in the new
job. A lot
job.
of travel, huh? Well,
yes, Shane, I can jump on for a noon show, but I do have a cert class tonight. So. Tonight we're playing with fire. So.
Oh, he's teasing you about the clubhouse. Huh?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is more fun than the clubhouse anyway. Actually, it's probably not. I like to tease the clubhouse guys, but yeah, that's a fun show.
Well, and to be honest with you, I no longer own a DX Commander.
What'd you do with it?
I traded it.
Oh, okay. So it didn't get destroyed then.
No, it did not get destroyed. It got shipped off to Lake Charles.
Charles, okay. Okay, well, good.
And I ended up with an ATOS in the process, so.
Yeah. Well, okay, I guess if you need a mobile antenna, that's the one to have. Well, that or the Tar Heel are the one to have, So Mike, KWMRD, he's got the ATOS. That somebody lent him an ATOS and he put it on the car. He's really liking it.
Which one do you think I got?
Did he send you that one?
That's the one I got.
That's Side Booms.
It was. It's mine now.
Okay, you bought it from Side Boom?
Yep.
Okay. Because Mike was saying he wanted to keep it, so I was like, I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna work that out or not.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, it's
Ray.
Good.
Yes, you got the ICOM $5,100 there. And there's a 7610 sitting right there. So, yes, I love my ICOM stuff, but...
All my stuff's behind the curtain. I got a 7700 back there, man.
Oh.
So, but, yeah, good deal. Thanks for joining the chat, Ray. But, okay, so you got make sure that thing works. Because Mike might have beat the hell out of that thing, so I'm not... I don't know.
I was gonna say the speeds he had it at, it'll see those again.
Right, yeah. And the mount he had it on, he was complaining about the mount that it wouldn't. It was the trunk lip mount, and I don't think it was as stable as he wanted it to be. So, but yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. So Amazon Prime Day once again is today, and let me just say this up front because of Amazon rules and because of SEC, Security Exchange Commission rules and whatnot. So all of the links I'm going to share today are affiliate links and can make commissions on certain items. Not everything on Amazon's an affiliate, but most things are. I could drill down in there and look and see what is and what not. I don't really care. So I don't care about that much. I just share my links and go from there. But my Amazon store is pinned to the top of the chat, and we'll share it again here kind of as the stream goes on. But if you don't want to go, if you have something against affiliate programs for whatever reason, that's your deal. Just go to Amazon.com, and what we have here is, let me see if I can move that down a bit because that's too high. Right there we go. Okay. All right, good. So what we had, this is obviously my store link. But if you go here to Amazon.com and you click on this drop down, which you can't see that, can you? If you click the next to this text box here, you can type whatever. If you click the drop down, which is not showing in the screen cap, but the first option on the drop down is early access. I don't know why they call it that. Usually it's just says Prime Day there. So I don't know what early access means because today's actually Prime Day. But anyway, if you click on early access, then you should be able to see that now. It's probably small in the screen. But then we can go in there. I'm going to type ICOM since Ray's in the chat. So yeah, I typed Baofeng earlier. So we're going to go look at Baofengs here in a minute. But so this is the wonderful world of Amazon search. The first thing that comes up when you search ICOM is a freaking Radioddity DB25D. So this one's on, and you can see Prime Early Access, this light blue colored text here underneath everything. And if you just go to Amazon and start scrolling, you don't even have to choose Early Access, but anything marked this way is what is currently on Prime Day special. So you can go down here. There's an ICOM IC M36 and M34 Marine handheld radio battery. Great. Okay, so there's the stuff there. But yeah, so we're just going to poke around in here and see what we can find today. I've been doing a lot with like solar power station, what they call solar generators, which is a dumb name, but some people will start to call them power stations. But solar panels, batteries, y'all have seen some of my videos I've done with battery tests and whatnot. So I've started to do a lot with that. So we're going to search some of that today. But this is a really cool thing that I found right here. This guy right here is it's still on Prime Early Access. 42,800 milliamp hour battery pack.
Good Lord.
US, that's like almost twice. The one that I have in the back of my Flex radio, my Maestro, I should say, is a 25,000 milliamp hour, and it lasts all day in the Maestro. And then I've got one of these that's like a 30,000 that I carry in my backpack with me that I take places, blah, blah, blah. This one has these solar panels on these things are kind of worthless because they're not big enough to actually do anything. But if you charge this up from at home, just plug it into the wall, charge it overnight when you're sleeping, take it out in the field the next day, it's going to last all freaking day. And if you put it out in the sun, it will help to maintain the battery a little bit longer, but it's not really going to charge it up for you. At least that's been my experience. If you guys have something different, you are free to.
I was going to say, I got a couple of those. I got a couple of those from Gigaparts in their mystery boxes.
I have the one from Gigaparts, and it's bigger than this one looks. I think I want to say it's like that's like a 30 or 32 or 34,000 milliamp hour or something like that.
I was looking to see if it was on my shelf.
Oh, okay. That's the one I actually carry in my backpack most of the time. Is that one, and it's a little bit larger this way. So the solar panel on it's a little bit larger as well, and it works really well for what it is. It's got USB 3 charging on it. It's kind of a quick charger for that type of thing, but I really enjoy that one as well. So, but this thing's 69% off right now. You can get this thing for $30. It's normally $99.
And it's got a flashlight on it.
The one at Gigaparts does too. The cool one about the one at Gigaparts is it has wireless charging. You turn it over on the white side and you set your phone down on it and it wireless charges your phone.
And watch what it does to your noise floor in your shack.
Yeah, I carry that one in my backpack, and I only use it in the field. I don't even use it at home. So, but good. That's a good.
Yeah.
I should set that next to my POTA rig the next time I go out in POTA.
Well, get you one of the River Pro battery packs that Shane was pushing a while back. Hang on.
River Pro. I haven't seen that one, I don't think. So, there's Craig in the chat. What's up, Craig? It's been a while since I've seen you out there.
The EcoFlow.
EcoFlow. Now, yeah. I got that one.
Uh-huh.
And I took it to the Grand Canyon. And I pissed off Mike when I plugged my trailer into it, and he was trying to operate POTA. He's like, "What did you just do?"
Yep.
I was like, "I plugged in my power." He's like, "That thing is noisy." I'm like, well. Now, I don't know if it was just that environment or maybe it was something actually in my trailer, because I've used it since then in the truck, and I haven't noticed any additional noise in my radio. So I got to do some real testing with that. I need to take that out to a POTA park where my RV trailer and there's power lines that are not there, and do some actual testing with it. But yeah, I think it is RF noisy though. I think it is.
Well, Joe Brett was saying his was. I think Shane was saying his was. So I need to take mine out and test it as well. But
okay, yeah. But if you guys go to my site, my Amazon store that's in the top of the chat once again, and scroll down here, I've got this first what they call an idea list here as Prime Day 2022, and I've got everything I've found here. Some of this stuff is left over from July, but some of it is back on the Prime Day sale that was on the Prime Day sale from July. So I was just like, well, let's just leave it there. Somebody asked about a foldable solar panel a minute ago. So these BioWinnow panels are fantastic. There's a 28-watt BioWinnow panel. We'll search for some that are actually on Prime Day here in a minute. The 40 watts been this is my favorite one. This is my favorite backpackable one that I have from BioWinnow, but it's been unavailable for a long time. So let's just go ahead and search early access foldable. If I can spell solar panel.
You don't want to pull a Frank?
Yeah. There's a Flex solar charger. Boom, boom. Okay, there's right there. See, Prime Early Access. We've got the light blue mark down there. And I'm going to add this to my idea list so you guys can just go to my store and hit refresh and see everything I'm putting in there. Again, if you want to search it on your own, that's certainly fine. Having affiliates coming in helps support the channel, but it's totally up to you guys. It's completely your decision. So we got that. Rock Pals. Okay, that one's an Amazon choice. Here's what I like to do, and here's what I've said in the past. So this one right here, good, that pop-up's working. This one out here has 287 views. It's got 4.4 out of 5 stars. This one right here has 2,569 views with 4.6 out of 5 stars. And this one's 100 watts. So it is currently 37% off. $163 for a 100-watt solar panel with all these connectors on it. Right there. So that's pretty good. And I like if you're somebody said somebody mentioned in the chat earlier, I'm trying to read it, that they were kind of leery about buying radios off of Amazon. Amazon's really good about returns unless you buy it from... Oh, look, this one even has a coupon on it. Save an extra $14 when you apply this coupon. Amazon's really good about returns, assuming that you have this drop-down right here, free returns. So if you're buying it on Prime, if you have a Prime membership, if you buy it on Prime Day or with a Prime account of any kind, returns should be relatively simple for you. I've even tried to return some stuff where they said, you know what, we're just going to refund you. We don't want you to send that back.
Yep.
Okay.
I've had a few of those.
It's usually like little small stuff like maybe push pins or certain size of screws I might order for whatever, that kind of thing. But like this one right here is at a lightning deal, 76% claimed. Okay. So that one's not going to last much longer. I put it in my Hoboken, delivered to Hoboken. I don't live in Hoboken. I don't know how that got in there. But here's that. I put a link to that right there now. So that one's almost gone. I'm not going to buy it. I've got a BioWinnow version of that. So here's some more stuff.
I was gonna say, you want to order screws and stuff? I've got T-locks.
Oh yeah.
You know what those go to?
Yes, I do.
They also go to the armor lock case for the 891. That Tech Prepper's pushing.
You know, I hit him up about his bag that he made, and he's like, "Oh, do you have an 891?" And he asked me this like several months ago because he was trying to get that company that makes those cages, send me one, and I'm like, "Dude, I don't have that. I don't have an 857 or an 891." I was like, "Can they make one for an IC 7000?" And he's supposed to be checking with them, so
I think
because I don't have an older Yaesu. I don't have the 891, and I don't have any of the older Yaesu radios, but I have two 706 Mark II Gs and 3 IC 7000s.
So they do make one for the 706.
Okay, well I could make that work then.
Yeah.
So maybe if he's watching, then
I'll throw the link to you in in the Zoom chat.
All right, good.
First link I threw at you was a flashlight that's USB-C chargeable from Olight.
Where is this?
In the Zoom chat.
Oh, T-Ray. Okay, in the Zoom chat. Oh, okay. There we go. Bump.
Because I figure might as well put that in your affiliates link if you can get a couple of pennies off of it.
It says early access, but it's not highlighted in blue for whatever reason. But it is at 30% off right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Oh, I really like those. Those ones that go on your key ring, those are nice to have.
Yep.
Goes
on the key ring, USB-C chargeable.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yep.
As long as you don't have an iPhone, you're good.
Nice. Okay. See, there you go. That's what I need.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need. And that's Arm O-Lock. Is that how you say that?
Yeah. Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Any tone. Oh, they have one for the 578 and the 7. If they have one for the 778, that should fit the. I think that should fit that tri-band radio I think that's the same, basically the same size of that tri-band radio I just reviewed. Interesting. Zygu, okay, Lenko.
Well, the 578-3 Pro is what it says. Isn't that the tri-band?
Well, that's the tri-band DMR.
Okay.
The one I just reviewed was an AT5888 UV3. It's their tri-band analog that they've actually had for a lot longer than they've had this radio. So, but yeah, okay, cool. I'll keep that link then.
They also have the G90.
Yeah, I saw the G90. That's a good one. Yep. 706 Mark II G is a good radio. I agree, Shane.
Mm-hmm. And then the Alinco DR135 Mark III.
And those are all the same. See, the 135 is a 2 meter. The 235 is a 220. I've got 2 or 3 of those. They've got a 435 for 440. They got one for 6 meters, I think. Those are all the same size. So if it fits one of those, it should fit all those. So I could stick my 220 All-Star node in a bag and take it out to the field, I guess. Hook it up to Starlink or something.
There you go.
So, what's up, Frank? WHT is going on in here. What hell the? That's the Frank we all know and tolerate.
Of course.
So, Prime Day, Frank. This is all Prime Day stuff. You guys put in the chat what you want me to search for. And this looks great. Eco-worthy 120-watt foldable solar panel for Jack Explorer. Eco-worthy. Did I scroll past that one? I got that eco-worthy solar panel that Shane had that was kind of part of that.
The EcoFlow.
The EcoFlow. There it is. The EcoFlow, and it was a 60-watt panel. I took it out. I looked at it, and I put it back in the box. I haven't used it yet because I'm like, it's a 60-watt panel. Meh.
And it's kind of big.
It is kind of big. Well, yeah, it's the same. It's the same size as the Bioenno 60-watt panel.
Okay.
The difference is the Bioenno has power poles, and the EcoFlow has the MC4 connectors.
Right.
Now the MC4 comes in a nice zip-up bag with a carry handle on it, but yeah, I was like, I'll probably give that away to someone. I think I paid it was on that huge discount that Shane found, and I think I paid $15 for that freaking panel or
I
something like that.
was going to say the whole thing was like $74 for
I
the
know it.
battery. And
So we were out at the Overland Expo in Colorado last August with Gigaparts, and I had my EcoFlow power station there that Shane had turned us all on to.
mm-hmm.
And the guy from Goal Zero was coming over talking to the guys at Gigaparts. Gigaparts is probably going to start selling the Goal Zero stuff. And he was looking at it and talking about it. I was like, yeah, I think I paid $70 for that. And he looked at me like I just spit in his face or something. He's like, what? I was like, dude, it was some huge discount that we thought was a mistake on Amazon. Turns out it was like 85% off or some crazy number like that. He was floored by the fact that I got basically a 266 watt hour power station for less than $100. He was just, it's great.
Now I got to go look.
So
order details. So
let's see.
$67.03.
Yeah.
Is what I paid.
I know it. Yeah, that's about what I think it was like 78, maybe it was $88 for everything with shipping, something like that. It was a crazy cheap deal. So
yeah,
Shane needs to find us some more deals like that. Shane, get on the stick, man. Come on.
Where's that button? Let me spend your money.
Yeah, right. right. $135 for a. Now, see, this one's going to have. Well, that's got the barrel connector on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one might not be bad.
It doesn't come with a 20 amp. With a 20 amp solar charge controller. I missed that part. I was like, why is that in the picture? Because it's included with a 20 amp solar charge controller. That's a good price right there.
Yeah.
That's a really good price. Huh. Somebody go grab that. Okay. So somebody asked about Anytone 878 deals. Well, one way to find out. Anytone. I'm just going to search Anytone. We're going to see what we're going to pull up here. All right, let's search for 878 because it's not at the very top. So, nothing for specifically the 878. No, not at this moment. Now, see, they kind of rotate stock through whatever they're doing. So it might come up later. Maybe it was on earlier. There's a Baofeng AR-152. Nothing right now. There's a Radioddity GS5B for $85.
Yeah. Now, Jason, I don't know if you know, but the Radioddity GD1810G, is that the same? It looks the same as the 878.
It's monoband.
It's monoband? Okay.
It's 440 only. 440 only with true APR. I did a video on it. Radioddity sent me one, and I'm like, I'll do this review if you let me do it honestly. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. And they were like, their argument was that since that was right about the time the 868 was being discontinued by Anytone. And their argument was, well, it was the same price. It was a lower price than the dual band, and it had APRS. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's APRS in 440. So unless you're going to build your own iGate, you're never going to get onto APRS or, go out with a group of friends who just want to stick on 440.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, but I mean, it's a decent. I think I gave mine away on a Discord thing one time, but it's a decent radio for what it is. But it is monoband. That's the only drawback to it.
I think I got somebody at the door. Hang on.
Sure. Yeah. No problem. There we go. I'm gonna switch off of that. No, let's go. Let me fix this real quick. There we go. Yeah, okay. So let him come back. All right. So, hey, there's a Cobra 19 Mini recreational CB radio. Limited time deal. Let's see. 10. Okay, it's only 10% off. It's, if you need a mini CB radio, it's not a bad thing. Radioddity GB25.
Yep, my new CPAP machine got delivered.
Oh, nice. Okay. Good.
I had to sign for it, so.
Cool. All right, I'll bring you back onto the screen. So, there's the DB25. That's 20% off. 20% off. Prime Day. Okay. Once again, for those of us joining, there's a lot more people watching now. For those of us joining, my Amazon store is pinned in the top of the chat on YouTube. You know what? Let me go ahead and put it in. Because I know some people might be watching on Facebook. So let me go ahead and put it in the... No, I don't want to do that. In the chat again, and it should... Restream should populate it throughout. Thank you, Steve.
Yep, gotcha.
Restream should populate it to Discord and Facebook and Twitch and everywhere else. So my Amazon store earns me affiliate commissions as an Amazon associate. If you don't want to use it, it's no problem. Just go to Amazon.com, click on the top, and search for early access deals. That's what we're looking at today. So I added that there just then. DB. Okay, so this is the GMRS version. This is the GMRS mini mobile radio that Radiolity offers. I did a video on this a while back. 41% off of that. $87 for this little monoband GMRS radio. That's not bad. Check prices. Guys, a lot of times, if y'all watched my Anytone... no, it wasn't that one. It was the GMRS, the cheap GMRS HT video that I released yesterday. I said in there that the first radio I talked about was at... Was it that one or was... Oh, I'm getting confused now. Okay, so there's a video I just did. I think it was that one, where I talked about a radio that was at rnl.com that was sold out, and it was $88 at rnl.com. But if you looked at it on Amazon, they were in stock, but they were like $112. And I'm like, if you're really impatient, then, go grab it on Amazon. So just like these Radiolity prices that are on Amazon, go check Radiolity.com, because stuff does get marked up on Amazon, because Amazon charges a commission just like eBay does. So just double check your price. Don't assume it's a great price because Amazon has it on sale, because maybe you might be able to get it at Radiolity for the same price. I don't know. Of course, you're not going to pay for, if you're a Prime member, you're not going to pay for shipping on Amazon. So there is that to consider as well.
Yeah. Radiolity, if it's over $100, it's usually free shipping too.
That's true also. Yes, that's true also. Yep. Good point. Okay, so we're there. So solar generators are now how the sun's created. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that guy's name. Life and Death. That's a good YouTube name, by the way. Life and Death. Yeah, so let's search for solar generator. I don't want the 1,000 watt. See what comes up. So Jackery's got a thing going on right now. So I hesitate to say this, but it's mostly true. Jackery's one of the top of the line of these power packs that is out there. This 1,002 watt hour capacity station is normally $1,000 by itself. So right now they're giving you solar panels with it. Solar panel. Oh, it says, wait a minute. It says solar panel not included. Oh, well, I don't think that's a discount. That might be a discount off the Amazon price, but you can get it for about that price on Jackery's website. So solar generators. Yeah. See, I think that's a little bit misleading with that with the picture in there. Now, if you'll notice right here, I've got highlighted. I've been looking at these power stations. I've been looking at these power packs, and the one I've decided that I want to get first is the Gold Zero, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. But if you look at this, it's got power poles on the front of it. These guys all call these connections APP. Yeah, those are APP connections. I'm like, do you know what that stands for? And they're like, oh, yeah, Anderson Power Pole. So they've got an input of a power pole. So you could take your Biwinnow or whatever other solar panel you might have that you've put power poles on, because most of them don't come with power poles, and you can jack it right in to this power station and charge it. It's got its own built-in charge controller. You don't have to worry about charge controllers on most of these power stations. You just the solar panel right into the jack, and this one actually has power poles on it, so all of your Biwinnow power solar panels will work. It's got that little round modular connection next to it also for most of the other brands.
Nice.
Now, yeah, so that's good. Now, the one I've really been looking at and really considering is the Gold Zero. And I don't know if they even sell those online, because, oh, shoot, come on. Stupid mouse. Gold Zero.
So Shane just hit me with a TID radio.
Okay.
In the background here. And it's a 10 watt ham radio that is Bluetooth programmable.
I think I've seen that one.
The H8.
No, I haven't seen the H8. They've got another one that's I've got one that's Bluetooth programmable.
Well, I know they got their Bluetooth programmer.
Yeah, that's that one. The little plug-in module. I've not used that one myself. No, I was thinking that they had some. Okay, all right. So the H8.
Yeah,
you got a link for it?
I do. Let me grab that. I'll dump it here. And ooh, that's too long for the chat. By a lot.
Send it to me in Discord. So Scott, how do you like the Biowinnow power station? Because Biowinnow makes power stations. He doesn't advertise them very much, and he doesn't bring them to Hamfests that I've ever seen. But I've always wanted to try one of his power stations. So, where is this? Here we go. Okay, all right. So this is not. Well, actually, it's 18% off right now, according to this page. This is not a. It's not on it's on a small discount. So the thing I liked about this Goal Zero is that if you look at that right there, it has not only inputs for Anderson power poles that are configured in the wrong direction, by the way. It has the 12-volt output for Anderson power poles right there, right beneath the cigarette lighter adapter thingy. Okay. And they had one of these at the Overland show in Colorado, and I'm like, I wonder if that'll power a radio. So I took my IC705 that I have. In fact, the cable's right here. This IC705 cable that I myself put power poles on, right when I got the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I took this up to the Goal Zero station and plugged it in. I just walked over to their booth. I was like, can I plug something in here? They're like, sure. And I plugged it in, and I didn't transmit, but it powered the radio on, and it came up with the battery charging indicator on the radio, like it was charged, like you plug it in for an external battery, and it's charging the internal battery on the 705, the battery on the back of the 705. So I'm like, okay. So at the very least, you could take this out to the field and charge your 705. Or maybe some other radio, some other low power radio that you have power poles on. Whether it would power it to transmit is another story, and whether it would splatter all over the radio, whether it's RFI noisy, is also another story. So that's something I want to test. Now, I didn't have an antenna on the 705, but I turned the volume up when I plugged it into this Goal Zero, and I did not get any interference with no antenna. But it was sitting there right there next to it. So preliminary, very, very high-level preliminary tests were good, but I want to dive in more than that. But the reason I talk about this one, this Goal Zero Yeti 1000, or the larger ones, their smaller ones don't have this, but the larger ones have this 12-volt output to Anderson power pole, and it's the only power station I've seen that has an output with Anderson power pole. So if somebody else knows something that I don't know, let me know, because I've never seen anything else with
yeah, I'd be interested to
12-volt outputs.
See if I can run the 891 off of it. Put a real strain.
Yeah, put a real strain on it. Yeah, that would be an interesting experiment. I don't know. Well, that's a pretty looking radio.
Isn't it?
No, I haven't seen this.
Joe Brett said it's not supposed to be released till the 17th.
It says free delivery on Friday, October 14th, right here.
That's
okay. Okay. $59.99, 33% discount, no reviews whatsoever, brand new radio. So I'm gonna add it just for the heck of it. A lot of times I add stuff to this list so I can go back and find it myself.
I was gonna say, I think from looking at the chat, there may be a review coming out soon on it.
Yeah, Tid Radio sent me a GMRS radio a while back, and I didn't do anything with it, so they haven't sent me anything else.
Oops.
Oops. I've done reviews on their radios before, but honestly, I can't remember the model number, the one they sent me, but it was just like something I had just reviewed. I'm like, this is the same radio with your name on it. I'm like, let me give it a little time, and I'll review it, but I don't like to do one and then one right at the other. Hey, look at this new radio that's exactly the same as the one I just reviewed, but has a different name on it. So, yeah. So, they've got a G90 They've got the G90 for $399. Well, let's look at that. Zygu. I'd rather look at Zygu than Baofeng anyway. Yes, you're correct. Look at that. G90 for $399, guys. Put that in my store. That's not bad.
That's not a bad deal.
I've seen it cheaper than that on like a Black Friday deal, like for $375. But most places have it for like, what is it, like $449 is the normal price these days? Something like that. So,
yeah, $449 over at Radiolity.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There. Here. Put that link in the chat. Have you seen any good monitors for the shack? Computer monitors? Talk about computer monitors? You talk about like radio like spectrum analyzers, because monitors could mean a thing. And get a Savannah monitor. Who knows what that is? But yeah.
How big you want to go? I mean,
all right. I bought 2 new monitors for my shack about 8 or 10 months ago, something like that. 32-inch 4K monitors. There's 2 of them. So I've been wanting those for a long time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it. Now I can get more stuff on the screen. So it works out well. Computer monitors. Okay, so let's look at that, Tyler.
Yeah.
Computer.
I'm not seeing any amazing deals when I clicked on the Prime Early Access sale.
Okay.
But occasionally they'll have some good stuff going.
Here's a 32-inch HD monitor. Now, ever since I started using the what is it? The there's a 1440 monitor called like FHD or no. UHD is 4K.
Yeah.
There's another one, QHD or something like that.
Yeah, QHD.
QHD is the 1440 is like a 2K sort of monitor.
Okay.
Ever since I started using that, my 4K monitors, I go back to my nice Dell monitor on my desk upstairs. That's a regular 1080p, and I'm like, why is everything so large? So,
is that my problem with my left monitor? Okay.
Yeah. I was like, what is that? Why is there's no real estate on the screen? What is wrong? I was like, oh, man, I've gotten used to that 4K. So, yeah, I will probably not buy. I've got 2 or 3 1080 monitors that work fine, and I'll continue to use them, but I probably won't ever buy a 1080p monitor again.
I was going to say, there is an LG 32-inch QHD on sale, 30% off right now. It's $200.
Okay. LG.
And what's sad is the 27-inch, which is smaller, is actually $246.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like, wait, you go smaller, but the price goes up.
Right. Yeah.
But the LG monitors are pretty nice. 2 HDMI inputs, a DisplayPort input, and a headphone jack on the back.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, LG monitors are good, though. I think mine are LG. My 2 4K monitors I have right here are LG. So.
And with the dual HDMI imports, you could plug in the what's the clock?
Oh, the ham clock? The Raspberry Pi clock?
No, not the ham clock. What's the one that has the ham apps that you add into it?
Oh, you're talking about the Geochron.
Yeah, the Geochron.
The Geochron, yeah. This is going to look like crap because it's facing into the light. And Steve, you're muted for just a second. But there's my first HD monitor. There's my second HD monitor. There's the chat where I'm watching you guys right there. And there's my camera that's looking at me right now. Boom. So that's what I'm looking at most of the time when I'm live streaming.
And is that a Buc-ee's cup sitting there?
No, that's QT.
Okay.
QT. Yeah. There's 6 or 8 QTs that are a whole lot closer to me than the closest Buc-ee's.
Understandable.
Yeah.
My closest Buc-ee's is an hour and a half away. But don't you think that's a good motorcycle ride?
Oh, yeah. My brother just did a motorcycle ride through Arkansas. Arkansas and Oklahoma, I think. He went on
Okay.
some trail ride up there.
The Trail of Tears, that one?
I don't think it was that one, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
Ham radio antenna. I see mobile antennas, Dan. Let's see what this comes up as. HT. There's a dual band mag mount. I don't know if I would call that good, but that would be a great antenna if you're trying to put an HT on an outside antenna. Those are decent.
I was gonna say, for a B&C mag mount like that though, I go through Signal stuff.
Yes,
I've got one
agreed.
of his mag mounts,
Mm-hmm.
and actually I had my FT3D on the bike when I was up in Hendersonville while you were over in Charlotte.
Yeah,
and I was beaconing APRS through the amplifier, and it was actually working pretty well.
Well, nice. Okay. Well, that was the ACK KM4 ACK had his mobile antenna hooked to a signal stick on a mag mount on his Jeep at Huntsville,
and he was running through the same amplifier. That's where I got the idea.
Okay. I didn't know it was the same amplifier, but I knew he was running I think he said he was running 40 or 45 watts on it.
Yep. It's a little BTEC amplifier, which actually they have on Amazon, but I found it was cheaper through BTEC, and they shipped it through Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, I've seen that before. I'm just going to search BTEC, speaking of them.
Yeah, I just did the same thing.
Okay.
$137 for the UHF version.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on special right now.
Okay. All right. Oh.
But I bought the VHF.
Mm-hmm. But the VHF version? They're just monoband, right?
Yeah, the amplifiers are monoband.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have one that does DMR.
Yes. That's the one I've actually played with a little bit.
So I think it'll do analog or DMR, but
yeah, I believe so. Yeah, you have a switch on it if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So, yeah. I just searched for what did I search for? Oh, BTEC. So it brings up a bunch of the Amazon. You gotta love Amazon search. I searched for ham radio antenna a minute ago and it pulled up all these HDTV antennas, and now I searched for BTEC, and the first two are Radioddity. That's a Baofeng. I was corrected by Not a Rubicon the other day, and he's like, I don't like how you mispronounce Boofwang. I'm like, my apologies, sir. Boofwang. So, SOTA backpacks, Racer SX. So my SOTA backpack is a Mystery Ranch. If you have a specific brand, they're not going to know what SOTA is, but I can search hiking backpacks.
I was going to say, are you looking for a full hike pack, or are you just looking for a single day carry the radio kind of bag? Because
yeah. Good question there. So
I've got this little beauty that I picked up off Amazon.
Okay.
And actually that has my 891 in it right now. That cage makes it a little heavy though. And I'm doing a video. I'm swapping out the power connector to power poles. So it'll be just a straight power pole plug-in.
Straight power pole plug. Uh-huh. Overnight SOTA backpack. Okay, I'm just going to search for overnight hiking backpack, because they don't know what they don't know what SOTA means. Amazon doesn't know what SOTA means. Amazon doesn't know what ham radio means if it's pulling up HDTV antennas. If I search for ham radio antenna, overnight hiking backpack. How's that? Get kind of generic here. Okay, so One Tigress makes a couple of fold-up chairs that I recently acquired, and that are pretty solid, pretty sturdy. So I've been impressed with their brand, One Tigress. I think it's just Amazon special, honestly. 45-liter men's backpack, hiking backpack for bushcraft, camping, hiking, backpacking, outdoors. Yeah, so they've got all the buzzwords in there. Save an extra 5%. $95 for 45 liters. And again, the cot and the chair of One Tigress that I have, I'm happy with the quality, so I'd be okay with buying that. If you're looking for something that's, if you're looking for a name brand, go to REI. Mm-hmm. Go directly to the vendor, the manufacturer's website, something like that. But you know, if you want Amazon special, nothing wrong with that. I've got a bunch of Amazon special stuff. Wint Ming. That looks like that looks like something Frank would type. Wint Ming. Feng Dong. I wonder where that's made. Some of them are just, this says waterproof hiking backpack. So these are,
Yeah, we'll see.
50, 60 liter. I don't know. If you Nevo Rhino, I haven't heard of that one. If you really want something to be waterproof, I would get a name brand.
I was gonna say, and a 10-liter swing on that.
Yeah, that's cheap. $41. What was the percentage off again? I was only 11% off, so it's regularly $46. I don't know, man. I guess it depends on, you need to fit within your budget. I get it. But, yeah. If you really want something to be, I don't know if I would trust that to be as waterproof as like a Mystery Ranch or a, what's that other one? Osprey. And there's a couple that Adam like.
I was gonna say, I'm not one of the big bag guys.
See, I love bags. When I see a good looking bag on sale, I'll usually buy it. I got a bunch of extra bags sitting around that are doing nothing. So, let's see.
You got other Andy in trouble.
My wife has associated Jason's voice with me buying stuff. What's up, dude? TID Radio TDH5. Somebody mentioned something a minute ago. What was it? Let's see. Oh, Cast King dry bags. I saw that. Cast King dry bags. Dry bag. I do love my dry bags that I have. I have a couple of Gigaparts dry bags. I have a Faraday Defense dry bag, which is RF protected, and a dry bag. That one's expensive. You're paying for the Faraday material inside of the bag. It does work. I did a video on it. But it's, if you just want a dry bag, you don't want that. You're going to pay a lot more for that than you would for a...
I was going to say, I've got one of the Gigaparts dry bags.
Yeah.
As well as I've got one that's made for my motorcycle.
Oh, really?
Load all your clothes in it, roll it down tight, strap it to the top of the bike, and just go.
And what kind of, there's that Cast King. That's what he was talking about. What brand is that, Steve?
Oh, you would ask me that. I can go grab it. I don't remember right off. But I'll send you a link to it when I find it.
Okay, yeah, send me a link to it. That's fine.
And
those are pretty cool.
I have had that one on the bike in a torrential downpour.
Really?
And my clothes were dry. My boots were soaked. I actually poured water out of my boots when I got to the hotel. But the clothes in the bag were dry. Yeah. So I had dry stuff to put on. That's all that I cared about.
I have I got a e-bike.
Okay.
And it has a rack on the back of it for strapping stuff to. So I'm like, well, that might be a good thing to...
Pizza delivery.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Radfee multi-function backpack. Okay, we can look at that. Radfee. Let's just search for that. Radfee. Nope. Come on. Hate this mouse. Backpack. Bum, bum, bum. They either don't have that or they don't have it on Prime Day. Or they've changed the name on it, maybe. These look like just like regular carry around every day.
Ratty.
Ratty.
The Radiodity backpack.
Oh. You never know. I mean, Radfee could be a word with some of the stuff this is spelled on Amazon this way. I don't see a Radiodity backpack on here, though.
Yeah. It's $50 on Radiolity's website.
Okay. The ones that are multifunction, I don't personally care for those. I like kind of like a little bit more unique or a specific backpack. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying. I don't hate the mouse. I hate how when I click up in here and try to highlight everything, it doesn't. I'm trying to do it too fast. So that's what I'm. Everyday carry bag, recommended everyday carry bag. So the bag I carry, my EDC bag right now is a Burlestock bag. Now
that's the ones I was thinking about.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want, I don't know if they have any. These are knockoffs. Okay, let me open up another Burlestock. If you want to, if you don't mind spending some money, and you want like probably the best in the business as far as maybe not hiking, but definitely for trekking, outdoors, concealed carry, hunting, off-grid situations, these Burlestock bags are freaking fantastic. They're some of the best. In fact, Tech Prepper Gaston, he's always, most of the bags, except for the one he's making himself, of course, most of the bags he posts about is a Burlestock. I recognized it one time. I'm like, dude, that's in a Burlestock. He's like, yeah, you recognize it? I was like, yeah, I've got 3 of them. Not that style, but not that style he was posting about. But yeah, they've got a lot of really cool stuff. And again, you're going to pay for it. It is high quality. Pretty sure it's all made in the USA, which I don't mind paying extra money for stuff that's made in the USA. But yeah, if you want like the best in the business, go to a Burlestock. A good, more economical second is 511. I had a 511 bag for a while and I really liked it. So those are my suggestions if you don't mind spending a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely have some nice bags. Thomas talks about the Burlestocks from time to time as well.
SWL?
SWL.
Yeah. Lightning arresters. Okay, let's look at that. XRDSRFUHF. Lightning arresters. Lightning arresters. See, again, these lightning arresters, you know, if you want something to actually protect your $1,000 radio, I would probably get a name. Not probably. I would get a name brand. I would get something like either what's that one named?
Polyphaser, Alpha Delta.
Polyphaser's the one. Yes, Polyphaser and Alpha Delta. The switches I have back here are Alpha Delta, and I've got a couple of Polyphaser arresters. They're, well, one of them is actually mounted to my grounding rod outside. So yeah, Polyphaser, Alpha Delta, something with the name brand. MFJ, those probably work okay. I would trust MFJ long before I trusted no-name Amazon brand as far as something like that goes. So while having something is better than nothing, you know, spend a couple extra bucks and protect your $3,000 amplifier or your $500 to $1,000 radio. And don't cheese out and put a cheesehead Amazon Lightning arrestor on it. That's my opinion. You guys do what you want to, but that's my suggestion.
And I like the Alpha Deltas because they have the replaceable arc plugs in them.
Yes, correct.
And the I believe the arc plug also fits their switches. I think it's the same plug.
I have their switches. I don't have any of their lightning arresters, so I haven't looked at that myself. But they're not showing up on Amazon Alpha Delta brand.
No.
But I bought mine from Gigaparts. Gigaparts carries them. DX Engineering, I'm sure HRO has them. So yeah, Alpha Delta or Polyphaser. I would just search a real website with that. What's up, Pat?
There he is.
So yeah, there he is right there. Let's see. Solar. Oh, let's just search. We haven't searched batteries yet. Let's search LiFePo 4. Okay. Power stations, okay. Blue Eddy. Blue Eddy's a decent brand. I'm not sure how their RFI is. Chuck had a couple of Blue Eddies at the Grand Canyon we went to, and he was saying he really liked them. I don't remember if I talked to him about RFI or not. This Redodo brand here, Red Odo is how they say to pronounce it, Red Odo. These are supposed to be some good batteries. They sent me one of their 50 amp hour batteries, and they said it's actually they classify as a 50 amp hour, but they said it should actually rate closer to 60 amp hours. Oh, wow. So I'll be running some but the problem with testing a 50 amp hour battery is you basically have to plug it in, hit go, and not touch it for 2 days. Because it literally takes 50 freaking hours to run the test. So, or 60 maybe if they're accurate about how long it lasts.
I was gonna say, what is it, a 1 amp test?
It's yes. Well, yeah. So my CBA 5 battery tester that I got from West Mountain Radio, you can do a 500 watt or what they call an amplifier test, 500 watt, 1,000 watt, 2,000 watt amplifier test. I've not used the amplifier test as of yet. I've just used the baseline test because I'm actually trying to test how long these batteries last. Like if something's advertised as a 12 amp hour, I want to see it read 12 amp hours on a regular standard test. And so far, everything, the Gigaparts batteries did well. The Miati batteries, well, the first one did well. I got a couple of cheap Chinese Amazon batteries, and they've done well. But I've always done smaller batteries so far. So what I need to do is get my second computer back here behind the screen fixed, and install the software on that, and just let that computer just run my battery tests all the time. So, but if I have to do it on this computer, which I'm going to start one today, or no, tomorrow, before I leave town tomorrow, I'm just going to let it go. So I was like, all right, click, see ya. So
remote into it, check on it.
Right. Yeah, I might do that. Yeah. But these Red Odo batteries are supposed to be really good. They do offer, probably not this is the one they sent me. This is the one they sent me right here. So 189. They do offer. They gave me a 3% discount code if you order from their website. So I'll be sharing that when I do that video. But this is the exact battery that I have. That's the carry handles that are on it are the same. And I'm from talking with them over email, they sound legit. So I'll, see how good their batteries measure up. We'll see. CW says, I have an IC705 sitting on my desk with a 90-degree adapter with a signal stick on it. SWR varies 3 to 1.2 based on the angle of the adapter. Is that an adapter or a station grounding thing? Most likely that's an adapter thing.
Well,
or connection.
Yeah, it's a connection thing. And
it's a connection thing, yeah.
Richard actually says the signal stick is not recommended for the 705.
Ah, well.
You don't get the proper, ground off of it like you do off a handheld. But if you hook up a wire to the ground port, just throw you out a little counterpoise. That'll bring it down.
If he's saying that they don't ground, if the manufacturer of the antenna is saying that it doesn't ground properly to a 705, then absolutely that's a ground problem. But I mean, from when you say you move it around and the SWR moves, that sounds like a bad connection to me.
Yeah.
Or maybe not a bad connection, but not a solid connection. So yeah, I would, and if you have a cheap adapter on it, that could cause that too. I was at field day one year. This was several years ago. I was at field day one year, and I could not get my antenna to tune. I think we were using I was using that TN07 flagpole, vertical 32-foot flagpole antenna. And I'm like, man, I know this is a good antenna. I've used it a bunch at POTA, and I could not freaking get it to work. So I tried changing coax. I tried a different radio, and just nothing. Turns out it was the freaking right angle connector that was probably an Amazon special that was going in between the coax and the antenna. Once I changed that out, boom, magic. Oh my gosh. Because I changed the, without realizing it, I took the connector off and put that, that gray RG8X coax you buy in a truck stop. I put that on it and it worked great. But I took my what kind my ABR coax, and it wouldn't work. And I'm like, what is going on? This is better coax than truck stop coax.
Right.
Turns out it was the connector on the end of the ABR coax that I had. So it was totally, yeah, and it only took me about 20 minutes to figure it out, but it was frustrating nonetheless. But yeah, it was all a connector problem. So
I'm actually going to drop the link to Mike's video on the signal stuff, or the signal stick. If I can copy the link.
Well, that's kind of cool. There's a rechargeable AA batteries. This says there's a lithium iron phosphate AA's? Really? I have to tinker with that. I've not seen that before.
Let's see. I wonder what mine are.
See you on more later, guys. Look at the Blue Eddy EB3A solar panel. Okay.
I'm looking at those red Oto batteries though. 200 amp hour for $600. 200
amp hours. Yeah.
That's insane.
That's it's cheap. They're cheap.
And
they are cheap.
Well, I'm looking at building a trailer for my radio club. And that would be great to throw some of those in there.
Right. Yep.
Unless Gigaparts can throw me a deal.
Yeah. They do have a new 100 and 200 amp hour battery that they're going to be releasing. I don't know if they're going to keep both of them, but they're testing a prototype of each. So the thing to me, in my mind, this is what I think, and it's going to take a few years to prove me right or prove me wrong. I think if you're to buy a Bioenno 5-6 years from now, after charge up, charge down, charge up, your Bioenno is still going to be around, and those lesser expensive Chinese batteries will not. But I don't know. I mean, you can't really confirm or deny that until it's 5 or 6 years from now. So
right,
yeah,
and I mean, do you pay now or do you pay later?
Exactly.
You're gonna pay either way.
Exactly. Yes. So. Agreed. All right. EB3A with photovoltaic 120 solar panel included, 268 watt hour portable. Okay. That's 30% off. That's not bad. That power station, the 268 watt hour, I've got two power stations that are that same size. I've got that EcoFlow that Shane recommended, and I've got a Renogy that they sent to me because I bought a Renogy something a while back and it malfunctioned. They discontinued it, so they sent me a power pack as a replacement. So the next power pack I buy is probably going to be at least 500 watt hours. The way they rate these power packs, I've been doing power pack research for 2 or 3 months. The way they rate these is a little bit weird because it says, like, this one's called 600 watt, 1200 watt surge. Some of them, like the Goal Zero, is called a Yeti 1000 or a Yeti 500. And the Renogy is a Renogy 200. The Renogy, I forget the name on it, 200. Or the EcoFlow 200. I'm like, well, what is this number signifying? Now, on Goal Zero, their 1,000 is actually 1,000 watt hours, not 1,000 watts on the AC outlet or surge watts, but actually watt hours. So this watt hour number is what you really want to look at, in my opinion, because that's how long it's going to last. That's not the full amount of power it can run at one time. You want to look at that too. If you're buying it for something large, like to run a fridge, a regular fridge, not an overland fridge, but like a regular fridge, or to run like a saw. If you got to take something out in the woods and fire up the skill saw or something like that, it's gonna, or a welder for crying out loud, something like that. It's gonna be you're gonna have to really watch your surge rating on that thing. But for me, I don't want it for anything like heavy duty like that. I want it to go out in the field and charge up my batteries on my HT, my whatever. I mean, like
portable battery charger.
Portable battery charger maybe for your lights, for your USB rechargeable lights that you keep around the camp, the trailer, something like that. So I'm looking at watt hours. In other words, how many charges can I get out of this sucker? And of course, I want the biggest one. And you can find some that are 2,000 or 3,000 watt hours, and those are expensive. But yeah, so this Blue Eddy, this is probably a very good unit. I'm not trying to talk bad about it. What I'm saying is this is about the same size as 2 other units I have, so this does not interest me. But that is a good price. It's 30% off right now with 120 watts of solar panels that comes with it. So that is a good price. Regular price is $599. Get it right now for $420. So Prime Day right there. All right, Red Odo 12 volt, 200 watt amps battery, 230 amp hour usable capacity, built-in 100 amp BMS, $599. Yeah, is that the one you were talking about, Steve?
That's the one I was looking at.
Okay. Yeah, I have high hopes for them. I have not tested that 50 amp hour yet. That's probably the one I'm going to be putting on my bench when I leave here tomorrow, because it's going to take, because they say it should rate at 60. Well, that's 2.5 days, guys.
Oh yeah,
that's 48 hours plus 12. That's literally 2.5 days it's going to take to run that test. So I was like, yeah, I got to get a second computer to start running my battery tests, because I've got more than that. Some other company called Power Queen sent me a 100 amp hour battery. I'm like, oh, this is cool looking. And I think it's theirs that has I think they have Bluetooth in theirs, which is really cool. But yeah, but this Jackery brand, once again, these are the ones that, if you go to overlanding shows, these are the guys who are most prominent. Does that mean they're the best? No, it probably just means they got there first. So, not necessarily the best. I was very impressed by those Goal Zero battery packs. Those are, out of all the ones I've searched, those have the best port options for power output, because they have power poles. But I'd like to buy one of each brand: Blue Eddy, Jackery, Goal Zero. I have the Renogy. I have the EcoFlow. What was that one we just looked at? Whatever it was. Blue Eddy, that one. Maybe a couple of off brands. I'd like to buy all of them and do RFI tests on them. That's what I want to do. Yeah. But I don't have $1,000 a piece to drop on them. So if anybody wants to send me, if any manufacturers listening wants to send me a power pack, be happy to send it back to you. You don't have to let me keep it. Send me a power pack. Let me do some testing with it, and I'll send it back to you. Or if you want to donate it, maybe I'll give it away, something like that. I don't know. So here's one. This is a very no-name brand.
Yeah, but that looks kind of familiar.
Yeah. You know, a lot of these ones are probably the same thing inside. I don't know. 300 watt, 80,000 milliamp hour lithium battery. 80,000 milliamp hour. So, okay, let's do
80 amp hour.
That's an 80 amp hour, which you can get their watt hours by taking it and multiplying it times 12. So that's a 960 watt hour battery in there. So that's a big dude. Well, that can't be right though. That can't be right. For $159, there's something off about that. It's almost 4 times the size of that Blue Eddy we just looked at, and it's like less than half the price. A third of the price. Yeah, something's weird about that.
That it's just gonna be. Never mind. I don't want to get you demonetized.
Yeah,
I was gonna make a Florida joke with a certain electric vehicle, but
yes, of course. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it'd be an interesting experiment. You guys want to experiment with it and get something really, really cheap like that? Make a video, do some Instagram posts with it. Hey, that might be fun to do.
My recommendation: charge it on an extension cord away from the house.
Right.
I'll just leave it at that.
You just leave it there. Yeah. Yeah, totally. I'm with you on that. Let's see. What is this now? Jackery Solar Saga 100X. 100X. Does that mean 100 watt? I think that means 100 watt.
But it can't charge the 440 Power Pro.
Can't charge 440 Power Pro. I don't know.
No, the Explorer means. 440 or the Power
Pro.
Yeah,
it's their Explorer is the splash proof. Yeah, most solar panels are splash proof, guys. I assume 100X means, it's not saying a wattage on here. See more product details. I assume that's a 100-watt panel. But I don't know. That's that one we just looked at. Anyway. But that's Prime Day. I don't know why. Oh, there it's Grapevine, Texas. Now it's back. I don't know why that one other one said Hoboken. I've never lived in Hoboken.
You must have. I was gonna say, were you shipping something to Abe?
I've never shipped it.
Oh no, he's in Nebraska. So
he's in Nebraska. Yeah,
no.
I've shipped stuff to Abe before, but not from Amazon.
No.
Weather radios. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to plug in my weather radio that they gave me my CERT pack.
Oh,
because it's a hand crank, but it's got a little charge up battery in it.
Sure, yeah.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys might want to plug those in before the class on Tuesday."
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll just take another flashlight with me.
That one's a Midland, so it's probably
Midlands are good radios.
Decent, yeah. The best weather radios are the oh, see, I'm gonna forget the names now. There's 2 or 3 brands that are really good, tried and true. I don't know if you can get them on Amazon, but
I was gonna say I just put on the weather alert on my ham radio and let it wake me up.
True.
Because at full volume, when that thing starts screaming.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do have one of these tornado alert things. My wife made me unplug it because it woke us up in the middle of the night one night. But I'm like, that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This guy right here, okay, so this is not on Prime Special, but this tornado alert device, these guys attend ham fests. You might have seen these at Orlando or Dayton. These work very well. They sense storm activity in your area, and they'll make different sounds for accordingly. But those work very well. So, but they're not on Prime Day Special, so just FYI. Did you bookmark the G90? You only see in full price ads. Yes, I did. Let's see. It should be here and there.
Who's at my door now?
Yeah, it's right here, bud. Greg, I will share the link directly to it in the chat right now.
Oh, that's my bug guy. Hang on.
Sure. Bug guy. I have a bug guy coming tomorrow, actually. That's funny. So, yeah. So, here's the link to the store. Here, guys, I noticed some people are starting to drop off, so we're going to wrap it up. People are finished with their lunch break, and that's cool. Thank you for joining us today. Jackery is now sold at Harbor Freight. Are you serious? Really? There's no way they're going to get... There's no way they're going to get... Jackery prices at Harbor Freight. Really? I'm gonna have to go look at that. I have not seen. It's been 3 or 4 weeks since I was in Harbor Freight, and they didn't have them then. But yeah. Oh, HRO has the same price for the sale. Okay, good. So HRO has the same price. I assume you're talking about the G90. So the HRO has the same price for the G90 that they're doing on Amazon. So go shop at HRO, guys.
Yep. And the tornado alert is on sale at R&L.
Okay. Yeah, $90. It said it was $95 at Amazon, and that's high. I think they sell those at Hamfest for like $79. So that's probably good. So, all right. Well, Steve took a phone call. Working?
Yeah, no, that's the wife.
Oh, okay. Somebody's asking about your tower update.
So the tower survived the storm. You know, we didn't have any problems. I actually had it on the ground for the storm. I am in the process of getting the step IR all put together so I can have it airborne. And I actually got the local Aries repeater that I'm putting on the tower because we lost our tower. The county took it down because they were worried about the trash from the landfill knocking it over. I guess they were in a new area. But I had a little accident on Saturday with the motorcycle.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I was out riding with some buddies. Guy lost a part off his. I was slowing down to stop to pick it up and found the patch of sand and landed the bike on my right ankle.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So,
okay. Well, most importantly, is the bike okay?
Yeah. The engine guard and saddlebag guards did their job. So I was able to ride it home. My ankle was swollen up pretty good, but other than that, yeah. And it's still a little tender. I probably should have gone to the doctor, but oh well.
Oh well. Okay.
So
I wanted to look and see if the new technician book for the new question pool was on sale for the Prime Day, but I'm not seeing that.
That reminds me, I got to finish the slide deck for the technician class I'm teaching this weekend for the Boy Scouts.
Nice. How long is it?
Well, we're just doing a little thing on it. I'm not doing the full class.
Oh, not the full class? Okay.
Yeah, because it's JOTA, so I don't want to take up their entire JOTA weekend.
Of course not. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, so be watching. I'm putting the finishing touches on a promo video. You guys in the chat, I'm talking to y'all, and those of you on Team Replay, thank you very much for replaying this episode. We're going to do a technician class next month, guys. I've been talking about it for like 6 months, and we're going to do a live stream technician class on Zoom. So I'll be inviting people to Zoom, and I'm going to enable Zoom webinar. Apparently, I was looking around in my Zoom account yesterday. Apparently, you can enable Zoom webinars. You can pay for it for a year or just 1 month, so I'm just going to buy it for a month. And I can have up to 500 people come in as attendees, as participants. So we're going to be doing that next month. I'm going to announce it hopefully by this weekend. So sign up for my email list, watch my Twitter, watch my community tab on YouTube. I'm going to post it everywhere. It's not going to be a big secret. It's going to be very well promoted. But yes, technician class with the brand new question pool happening about a month. In fact, it's a month from tomorrow, November 12th. So mark your calendars, November 12th. That's when we're doing it. So get all your family and your friends and your kids and your neighbor. Let's go. It's free, online, right here on this channel. So, good deal. Yeah, what's up, Charlie? Charlie, I shared your video will be shared in my mailer that goes out on Friday. Your X5105, your latest X5105 video. So, can you give us a link to the battery you use on your Maestro? Yes. Let me do that real quick, and I'm going to shut this down. I appreciate you guys hanging with me through the lunch hour, and 20 minutes past the lunch hour today. Okay, so it is in my Amazon store. WB8CXO talking to you right now, but it's I don't remember where it is. It's buried in there somewhere. Let's see, idea lists. Bum. So is this weekend JOTA for everybody, or is that just like a regional thing?
I think it's for everybody.
Okay, it might.
I think this is the standard JOTA weekend.
It might be.
I got asked last week to help out with it, and I was like, okay, what do I need to do? And then found out it was like 4 hours worth of training, kid safety and all that good stuff.
Right, yeah.
And I'm sitting there at work. I was like, I got nothing better to do. Might as well. And I
did.
I knocked it out in one shift at the office. So.
Well, that's good. Okay.
A couple of guys walked in. They're like, "What are you listening to?" I was like, it's training for Boy Scouts." And they're like, "I didn't know you were a scout." I'm not.
I'm not. Yep. All right. WB8CXO, I think that was. I just shared the link in the chat. This one's black. The one I use is actually red, so they've got a newer version of it, so it might actually be better. But this is it right here. And it fits in the back of the mic. Oh, it says currently unavailable. Yeah.
Of course it is.
So, but go to that link and check out the specs on it. And you can find the specs on Flex Radio's website as well. But this one fits in the back of the Maestro perfectly. So you just want something with those dimensions so that it goes in that little compartment in the back of the Flex. But that's it. Cool. All right, man. Steve, thanks for joining today.
Yeah,
I wasn't
absolutely.
expecting to have a co-host, and I appreciate you. I'm glad you were available.
Yeah, I'm usually available. Luckily I was working from home today because I was expecting packages and the bug guy. So
tomorrow, the bug guy. My bug guy's. As I said when you stepped away, I was like, my bug guy's coming tomorrow. So he'll be here in the morning, supposedly.
there you go.
So, but yeah, cool. Well, thanks a lot, Steve. Appreciate everyone watching, taking time out of today. Once again, I'll say it. I've said this a couple times. I'll say it one more time. Amazon affiliate. I can make commission from certain items on Amazon. The store link is pinned to the top of the chat. I've shared it a couple times. I'll put it in the top of the description. It's already in the top of the description. So for those of you on Team Replay, I do earn affiliate commissions from that. If you don't want to do that, just go to Amazon.com, click on the search menu at the top, choose Early Access. I don't know why they're calling it that, but choose Early Access in the drop-down menu, and then search for whatever the heck you want to. Prime Day today and tomorrow. So go out there and buy some stuff. And I appreciate all of you who do use my link because it helps to support the channel. So 73 to all. And hopefully see some of you in Arkansas this weekend. If you're around the Ozarks, come see me. Later, guys.